You're gonna love this. This man lives full-time in the metaverse. In his daily routine, he would wake up and go to the bathroom, take a shower, and even commute to work. He claims that he spends 24/7 in the metaverse because it's a better living environment. After work, he gets into his metaverse bed and watches movies on his large virtual flat-screen TV. What do you think about this?
Johnson is living in this pod, sleeping pod here, as you can see. He only has 2 sets of clothes. So he switches off, he goes to the gym and showers, and they have a laundry service, ostensibly for gym clothes, but he throws his outfit in and then gets the next outfit and just keeps swapping. He's gotten rid of so many things that now he got rid of his backpack. He doesn't need it anymore, he doesn't have anything. So he rents this pod where he sleeps, he goes and uses the gym and showers up and does the laundry, and then he goes to work at WeWork with his laptop. And this is really a representative of what I'm calling the untethered workforce. And this is one of the trend points that we're going to see today, enabled by digital technology.
Eat sea bugs and live as pedestrians.
2,000 square feet is the norm across much of America, but how about 200 square feet?
Pod living is the way to go, Christy.
Yeah, that's right.
Peter Berkowitz says he's subletting, but it's not a typical unit. He turned a space in the living room into a personal pod.
Pod living communities.
But if it's really tiny and livable, that's something special. So an entire trend started.
Ashley Marcoux is slumbering away, but she's not in her private bedroom. She's renting a pod with a whole bunch of strangers.
What we're trying to do is housing in the cloud, like mobile housing, but not mobile housing like RVs. Mobile housing is you can have a home anywhere. There's no privacy allowed. I see you, you see me.
He says sleeping in a bunk with no privacy is no problem.
Hey guys, welcome to my pod.
Check out this hallway of 2-storied pods. Each pod was marked with a number.
Storage spaces are tucked under floors. Large windows create the illusion of space. The countertops fold out, the steps double as a sofa. The bathtub is part of the living room.
Because bunk beds are for kids, pods are for adults, coexist without privacy in these redesigned bunk beds that we called pods. It was a 1,200 square foot space, and I had this idea of putting 10 what we call pedestrians into the space.
Take this house, crammed into a space the size of 1 parking spot. The width between the walls, just inches.
Anything that you do here, you're on display. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyeballs on you, and that's how the community polices itself. If you snore, that's a problem. We call them dinosnores or dinosaurs. If you're a dinosaur, you're extinct from the community.
It also kind of reminds me of like adult summer camp.
We very comfortably go upstairs to our pod, and we come into our pod with like a balcony view. You get your own pod, but you share everything else. You can put your suitcase underneath your pod. Everybody writes their name on their pods. And again, to make small spaces even smaller.
Pod, what do you call
pedestrian.
it?
Pedestrian.
Are you a pedestrian? Yeah,
I don't think you want to prevent innovation. You literally write your name here. You're actually a community with names, and everyone gets pedestrian numbers.
You get 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 knife, and 1 cup. You get half of a fridge shelf.
This may not seem like a comfy place to sleep, but it's actually very cozy and blocks out all sunlight, which makes it easier to sleep.
I hope you enjoyed this tour of the pod, and let me know if you would move into a pod. Would you stay here for 8 months or longer, or would you consider it?
How does it feel living in a space pod? Let me show you. During my trip to Singapore, I spent 3 days in Spacepod Hostel. It's typical dormitory but fitted with many capsules. Let's go inside. First impression was, oh my god, it's so small, but after all it appeared to be quite convenient. The capsule is equipped with many buttons like ventilation setup, door locker and night mode. There is plenty of USB ports, safe and radio. And even a TV that can be turned at 90 degrees. The coolest thing there is that you can switch the light and choose the color that you like more. I stayed in first floor capsule, and main problem was that I could feel every movement of my neighbor upstairs. Anyway, it was a great experience, and the exterior of the hostel was also cool. For those who miss the earth, there was pretty rooftop terrace with city view. Follow me for more travel stories.